Hello students, in this lecture of chemistry in everyday life, we are going to discuss how drugs are classified. Let me tell you first, to classify the overall drugs, it's not easy. In the subject of pharmacology, the overall classification of drug is very broad. But we are going to keep it simple. As per NCERT, we are going to just summarize or just simply classify the drugs in broad way. The overall classification of drug, you can see the drugs are mainly classified into 5 groups based on pharmacological effect, drug action, chemical structure, molecular target, and by lay public. This one is additional for need point of view. So what are these 5 classifications? We are going to discuss them. First one is classification of drugs based on pharmacological effect. First understand what is pharmacological effect. Just consider a disease. Suppose your stomach is paining. Now that pain may be due to any reason, and we consume a tablet. When the tablet goes in, it dissolves in the stomach and it mixes in the blood. While doing its action, that tablet will alter certain mechanisms of our body. Now how it will act? Suppose that tablet will go in our stomach, it will dissolve in blood, and through blood it will go and do action. Means mode of action of that tablet is due to or through the blood. Means it is affecting normal circulation and it is doing its action through circulatory system. Certain drugs do their action through digestive system. Certain drugs through respiration, like if an asthmatic patient have asthma, they pump a type of chemical. When they pump that medicine, what will happen? That drugs will go through respiratory system into the lung. Means action of that drug is through respiratory system. Means effect is through which system, which action, that is called as pharmacological effect. मतलब हम जो भी दवाई लेते हैं वो काम करते वक्त किसी एक सिस्टम पे, किसी एक प्रोसेस पे डिपेंड रहेगा, and that processes, that dependency we can classify based on pharmacological effect. That's what I have written here. These drugs affect normal processes of body like digestion, circulation, breathing, etc. And remember the point which I have said yesterday. There is not a single drug without side effects. Every drug will have side effect. Its mechanism, when we study, we will understand the pharmacological effect. Now this pharmacological effect can be further classified. I am just mentioning examples here like analgesic. Analgesic are the medicines or the drugs which kills the pain, hence they are commonly called as painkiller, antiseptic and antibiotic. These antiseptic or antibiotics, they kill the microbes or they stop the growth of microorganisms, that is bacteria and all. Then antacids, they maintain the pH of our digestive system, they reduce the acidity. Tranquilizers, they act on central nervous system to produce calming effect or sleeping effect. Sleeping pills will come under this. The drugs which acts or alters directly central nervous system, that drugs will be classified under tranquilizers. In this way we are classifying. Antipyretic, the drugs which reduce body temperature are antibiotics. All these drugs we are going to discuss one by one in detail. You will understand in a lot better way in further concepts. So first way of classification is pharmacological effect. The second type of classification is mode of drug action. How drug acts on a body, and that way we can classify. Example C. First point I have written here is antihistamine. The antihistaminic property has a word called as histamine. First understand what is histamine. Histamine increases during allergic reactions and also increases during the injury or swelling condition. Let me explain it. Suppose I am going and मैं क्या गिर जाता हूँ. Suppose मैं जोर से गिर जाता हूँ, मेरे हाथ पे यहाँ पे मार. So this area is injured basically. Injured means what will happen when I fall rapidly on my hand. This cells, this tissue gets damaged, compressed. Just consider a condition. आप कहीं रोड से जा रहे हो, 8-10 लोगों से आपकी दुश्मनी, वो आके आपको जोर से 8-10 लोग मार रहे हैं. उस वक्त आपका रिएक्शन क्या होगा? What will do? You'll start shouting, बचाओ, or you will attack back. Same thing. My cells or my tissue are being damaged by hammer. जब मैं गिरा हूँ, ये मर रहे हैं एक्चुअली. और जब ये मर रहे होते हैं, ये चिल्लाते बचाओ बचाओ. बट वो चिल्लाने की लैंग्वेज केमिकल वाली होती है. They start secreting histamine. So histamine is shouting बचाओ बचाओ basically. So what this histamine does? Histamine is a vasodilator. It dilates the blood vessel. So what happens when histamine is secreted in this area? The blood vessels coming in this area will be dilated, and a maximum blood will rush here. So when the maximum blood will rush here, this area is very small. Blood will not fit in that area. And why blood rushes here? Because when blood comes, RBC will come. RBC has maximum oxygen, and oxygen starts repairing these cells. So it is for benefit. So when maximum blood will come, this area will become swollen and red. That is called as edema. So histamine leads to edema. So if we take a tablet called as antihistamine, that reduces the swelling. That is the action of drug. So the action is to reduce the swelling. Action is to reduce the allergic condition. Based on action, we can classify. That is antihistamine. Same thing, anti-arthritis, painkiller tablets. Now painkillers are of various types. Suppose if my hand is paining, there are certain painkillers which only blocks the peripheral nervous system. Certain painkiller will directly blocks the central nervous system. So how that painkiller will act on our body, and that way we can classify. Local anesthesia, same thing. If you go to a dentist and if you are to extract your teeth, he will give anesthesia to this part. That time this part will be normal, means anesthesia is localized, mode of action is for this area. But if the dentist give you injection in this corner, maxillary corner, the whole nerve will get blocked, means whole nerve will be anesthetized. This generally the local anesthesia or anesthesia also depends on mode of action, in which part you give, which nerve you give. In that way we can detail classify based on the action of the drug. Means this drug affect certain biochemical process. How to stop, how to improve, how to inhibit that biochemical process, all will come under this process. Third is based on chemical structure. Drugs can be of various chemical properties, or you can say based on chemical structure. Drugs can be made up of alcohols, ketone, hydrocarbon, amides, ester, various things. But if few different drugs, they have same chemical structure, similar chemical structure, they will have similar chemical properties. See which statement I have written. Compounds with similar chemical structure are expected to have similar chemical properties, but it is proved, it's found that they have different biological properties. Chemical properties are same, but biological properties will be different. Example, let me discuss one drug called as sulfonamide. This is structure of sulfonamide. This R is variable, alkyl group can, number of alkyl group will increase, decrease. So overall structure will change, but overall functional group will be similar. This drug is used as an antimicrobial in different diseases. So there are certain differences in structure, but overall if the structure is similar, chemical properties will always remain same. Fourth one is depending upon molecular pathways. Based how the drug will interact with the biomolecules in the body. How the drug will have action on the carbohydrate, how it will act on lipids, how it will act on protein. In that way we can classify based on molecular pathways. These are main four way of classification mentioned in NCERT. One more type of classification I would like to add by lay public. We call that as a layman's language. Lay means what? Suppose I am a layman. Layman means I don't have a knowledge related to a certain subject in detail. Then do I talk about that? That is called as layman's language. Now everyone here is not doctor. Everyone here is not a pharmacologist. But then do they speak about drugs? Suppose if you are having pain in certain part of your body, you will not go to medical shop or doctor and you will say, give me a certain type of painkiller. What will you tell in common layman's language? Give me a painkiller. Painkiller is a layman's language. You will not use the term analgesic there. You will use the word like painkiller. Same thing, I have given many examples. Cough syrup. Now cough can be due to viral effect, it can be due to bacterial effect. You do not tell specifically, give me a type of antibacterial cough syrup or in that way. Layman's language, cough syrup, laxative, purgatives, analgesic, ointment, injection. Very important. When you go to doctor will also speak with you in the type of layman's language. Injection. You don't know which type of injection, painkiller injection, antibiotic, anti-malarial, whatever type of drug. You here in layman's language, the drug do not specify particular category. In commonly how we talk, in normal language, in a vernacular language, whatever drugs or whatever names we use for drugs, that all classification will come under layman's language, that is by lay public. In next lecture, we are going to discuss how drug acts in our body. We are going to discuss about it. Thank you.